So here I am in my box where there's walls that are made out of dried, pressed rocks. They get pressed into panels and they get cut with razor blades, and you can mark them with pencils and measure them out and screw them in. My ceiling that's made out of, what the fuck is it made out of? It's like styrofoam or something. I'm in my box, and I'm going to be talking about social media, the digital Skinner's box today. So, for those of you who don't know, the Skinner's box is a box that's used in laboratories to study conditioning. So, this could be something like a box that has two lights on the inside and a lever. So, when you're shown one light and you pull the lever, like some sort of positive stimuli will happen. You'll either like get food. By the way, I'm talking about rats. I'm not talking about people. But the rat in the box will get food, or it'll get water, something like that. And then when another light shows and you pull the lever, it'll just shock you. My contention is that social media today acts as like a kind of a Skinner's box where people amalgamate at these town squares. So sites like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the hell, to exchange ideas. Of course, what else would they do on these sites? But a primary difference between other more decentralized institutions and places that you used to gather to exchange ideas, so things like coffee houses and bars, is that social media is, I guess, a medium of communication that is a non-sovereign corporation. They have the right to control the spread of information on that site. So it can nudge certain information to the front of the stage in order to make it more popular very subtly. And they can also suppress other information subtly in order to keep the status quo. Now, the implications of this ability in an increasingly corporatized world are pretty obvious. You just get control, lack of free speech, all of that good stuff going on with probably one of the biggest websites in the world, Facebook, Twitter. All those sites do this type of stuff, and it's been that way since like the early 2010s. Before that, there was like this sort of hope in the like mid to late 2000s that social media is going to be this great way for people to talk to each other, and I can meet people in Liechtenstein that I can talk to from a couch in Georgia, and that's cool. And then it just ended up being like this hyper acceleratory newsstand that just vomits out information, and it's just a lot of advertising, anyways. But it also, speaking of, social media creates an environment in which everyone is using the same medium to communicate, but they are simultaneously separated from each other. Now, what do I mean by that? You will have media feeds that are personalized to each individual, and you can do something that you can't do in the real world, which is literally refuse to hear someone else's point of view. You can do that with a neat tool called the block button. Now, corporations can do that to you too with a neat tool called the ban button. You can't talk on Twitter anymore, buddy, because you tweeted AOC boobs deepfake or whatever the fuck. And this is a stark contrast to the communication of ideas before sprawling media corporations, where you just exchanged ideas with various types of people. You knew nothing about them when you walked up to them, besides just running some immediately apparent characteristics through a heuristic in your mind. Maybe you see if they have a top hat on and like a gold watch or something. You can immediately see if they're wealthy or might be wealthy. On social media, you have immediately apparent metrics by which you can judge people's popularity. You can do this by looking at like to dislike ratios. You can look at comment count. You can look at follower count. All that stuff. Where was I? I'm reading a couple bullet points off of a notepad right now. Oh yeah, we're getting towards the end now. So because of these primary factors, it's pretty obvious that social media is a sort of Skinner's box, like a very big Skinner's box that people from anywhere can participate in and be in. So the flow of information can be controlled by the media company, which allows information to surpass others in popularity artificially. And because this information is disseminated by a select few individuals who have a large majority of the followers on a site, most people digest similar information. You'll have like news companies, celebrities that have millions of followers that get millions of likes, thumbs ups, guys for putting stuff out there. God, where was I? Oh yeah, that's right. So the people that do not follow the status quo of essentially getting force-fed this information by a select few people is that they get ostracized. You know, you don't keep up with X, Y, and Z that 99% of other people are keeping up with, then you get ostracized. And if you do keep up with whatever information that is being pushed by corporations and these like e-celebrities and news companies, then you are a part of the in group. You know, you're one of us. Now, my primary problem with this, with the digital Skinner box as a whole, is that this box could be self-regulating. It could simply be a, a digital version of the exchange of ideas that goes on in in pubs, in bars, over dinner, all that good stuff. But corporations have sort of put a pair of handcuffs on social media, and they've chained it to like a treasure chest full of gold. They now have a unique ability to advertise to people and to also have their own customers advertise to other people for free. Like you'll see posts all the time where white girl just got my Louis Vuitton bag, or taking a selfie, you know, doing duck lips, sticking their ass out and stuff. That's advertising that the corporation doesn't even have to do. It's even kind of more sinister than mouth to mouth, or not mouth to mouth, but like word of mouth advertising, because you can just put a post up and it can reach anyone. Word of mouth advertising, you have to know people, you have to talk to people in person, and it's a much slower spread of information. So that's being hyper accelerated. Consumerism is being hyper accelerated, which we all know how much us in the West love consumerism. Give me my Louis Vuitton bag. Give me my Ford Mustang thing. Give me my G-Shock. Give me my Rolex. All of these things matter, and they will make me happy and fix everything that's wrong with me. Right? Right? I'm hearing yes. I'm hearing yes. But anyways, that's just something I thought was interesting. I know it's kind of loosey-goosey, but I'm going to end this video at exactly 9 minutes because I think that it'll be funny. Comment down below any other stuff you guys can think about. Bye.